Ah, come on! I just want a break!
I'll turn you into a roast!
Jesus.
That enemy is weak to wind. Okay, what can I do next? That was really incredible. You're always so great. Wow.
Oh, I'm so close. Should I do one more battle? Should I not?
Low. Be careful.
Uh-oh.
Look, it's a treasure box.
It is a treasure box, but I can't get it. Please tell me there's a clock around here. Well, there's that clock.
Come on.
Alright, let me see. I should be getting to the point where I can pretty much, just rush all the enemies on the floor.
This way?
Yes! Heal me up!
Welcome.
I don't want to step on it every tile. Oh my god, the price went up again.
I was.
How is Margaret even qualified to do all this?
Welcome.
Is the stat boost worth it though? Yes, it is. Better armor for Chie.
I will see you again.
Okay, I think I'm gonna do like 30 more minutes and then I'm gonna be done. Furthest! Now I just have 2 judgmental cat and one just ignores me completely. I see how it is, kitty. Alright, there it is. What? Didn't I just... Okay, I think that was it.
There's an FOE!
Every time.
There are 3 enemies. Good luck.
Oh, that doesn't look so bad.
Keep your head in the fight.
Why are you picking on me?
I have never seen this little gnome guy.
Go, Izanagi!
Take this.
Channel my strength! Konohana Sakuya!
Alright, you're on fire! How awesome are we?
Well,
There we go.
I see you've returned.
Sorry that I left.
Why did you leave?
For
Ah!
some reason I thought I accidentally called another group, so I canceled the call, and it was only too late that I realized my mistake.
I didn't see that you were trying to get back in the call. Dude, like, when you left, it hurt like hell. Because everything else returned to normal volume, and I apparently had the game way up high. So, I just hear silence for a split second, and next thing I know, I'm covering my ears in pain.
Hey, isn't that a treasure box?
I'm gonna have to replace you with 9X next time. At least 9X cares. 9X wouldn't abandon me in my time of need.
I didn't abandon you on purpose.
But you admit you abandoned me. Should I open the door?
The rare one is starting the
No.
attack. Stick with it. I will defeat it.
Wealth Hand is flustered.
It's just
Wealth Hand escapes. Why you do this to me, Wealth Hand? A chance of instant kill? Just throw every element at it and hope something good happens.
So, Brian, do you ever plan on becoming a father?
Yes.
Here I go.
What will you name your child?
If it's a girl, Cecilia.
So they'll forever be pressed into having an attraction to cisgender people.
What?
Okay. Like, what kind of name is that?
Cecilia?
That's what. Oh my god. Expression engine keeps borking.
the battle is over.
I
Did-
just want to watch more ROG Rants Against Casuals videos.
Congratulations on your persona's
Why?
These are glorious.
Persona's getting better and better.
Have you checked your privilege yet
Level
today?
has increased.
I did check it. It gave me a nice little green check mark.
Huh?
My friend Colin, he checked his privilege online. Apparently he's like shitlord privileged.
Oh god, yeah, I checked that. I'm like a 167 or whatever.
Uh-huh. He was like shitlord privilege. Great.
So what was your favorite part about the Game Awards?
Probably the part where they showed off Zelda.
Other than that, because I know you're just like a Zelda fanatic.
Strange about that wall.
Probably the part where they hyped up Zelda.
Oh my god.
My favorite part was the part where Miyamoto's hand went on the gamepad and showed us how big part of Zelda's world is. My least favorite part were the comments saying it was trying to be Skyrim, and I facepalmed because no one apparently played the original Zelda NES.
To be
Which-
fair, the original Zelda wasn't really like that.
It was open world though.
Yeah, it was open world, but like all of it was in contained, walled-off rooms.
It was
Like-
close to what you could get at the time.
Oh, a table! Where are we
Like,
gonna serve the
well,
food?
we don't know if they would have gone that way route or whatever. Kind of like how we don't really know which art style Ocarina of Time was going for, because with whichever one it did, it still came across as looking like it wanted to be realistic, but the hardware held it back.
It always had an anime-ish art style. Actually, it had a, for the time, that was the anime art style. So, yeah.
They should have just had hyper-realistic shading. So let's say we give the NES a year to process something. Would it be able to process a single frame of Crisis 3?
Hell no.
Like, I'm just wondering if, I don't know, like, is there strictly a hardware issue where it physically couldn't process it ever?
It would never be able to process it.
A single frame.
It doesn't
What
have
about
enough. It doesn't have enough
About the
RAM.
Nintendo 64.
Ice, okay?
Does not have enough RAM.
What should I do next?
What about the Nintendo 3DS?
Not enough RAM.
What about the PlayStation 3?
You need like gigabytes of RAM. And yes, the PlayStation 3 would be able to do it.
But that had less than a gigabyte of RAM.
It would still be able to do it because it was optimized.
So what if they made a really well optimized Crisis 3 port for the Game Boy?
Fuck no! You
What
might
if they
as-
wrote the entire thing in binary?
No.
Here I go.
Could you even do that? Could you just like go one step behind or ahead of writing everything in assembly? Just straight up write everything in binary.
You probably could.
Have
You'd-
it be the most optimized game of all time.
And it's all in binary, so the hackers just have a bunch of shit trouble to go through.
Chie-senpai has been
They write a custom engine that every single time you open it up, it shuffles around the code, so it's literally impossible to hack.
That would like brick your game though. That would like brick it hard.
Well, like, let's say the first part of the code is dedicated to unshuffling. I don't know, man. I just want to write a game entirely in binary.
I want to write a game that it constantly searches your system to see if you have a browser like Google Chrome or Internet Explorer Safari, and if it detects that you're running it on a computer and it's like a Wii U game, it's set to automatically wipe the disk data. Just so it's a bitch for hackers.
Oh, there is a game out there that has like every single time you die in the game, it randomly deletes a 30 gigabyte chunk out of your hard drive.
Why?
That's just a thing. And you can just hope it isn't your operating system,
Why would it do this?
because for the same reason, presumably, like there's that one game or whatever. There's that one controller that drains your blood every single time you get hit.
Take out anything that gets in my way.
Urgh. Okay, I knew that line was weak to light. I just couldn't remember.
So are you actually enjoying this game? Because it doesn't seem like you're enjoying it, you're just kind of playing it.
It's a good game.
Come on over here.
I mean, I'm really kind of like, when am I gonna get to meet the Persona 3 protagonists?
It's like 8 hours in or whatever.
I'm roughly like 3 hours in.
I know, so you're almost halfway there. But be glad, you're almost, what, a 20th of the way through the game?
A 20th.
I can't math right now.
Let's see. If the game takes about, Well, yeah, I guess roughly a 20th. Maybe a 30th?
Oh my god.
What?
How are you going to record all of this on stream?
I'm just going to. I'm gonna do my best.
Do you think they're ever going to make a legitimate Persona title for a Nintendo system or PC? Master Race?
Let's check it out.
I wouldn't be surprised if they ended up porting Persona 4 Golden to the PC at some point, but I do doubt that. Oh, there's a sword in a large pile of junk. I'm pretty sure I know what that pile of junk is.
So they have they released anything from the Metal Gear collection yet?
You mean the clothing line?
Yeah.
I don't know.
3 shadows, and I'm missing data. I wonder if it gets stiff shoulders like that.
What the hell? This
So
sleeping
are you
table
hyped for Metal Gear Online?
for Metal Gear Online? No, not really. Why?
I just thought the best part about it is that it's Metal Gear Online 3, but obviously it's part of Metal Gear Solid 5. And if you look at the logo for it, it's a mix of 3 and 5, and it's beautiful.
Okay. Do you mean 4? Not 3?
No, I mean 3. It's Metal Gear Online 3. It was in Metal Gear Solid 3, and then Metal Gear Solid 4, and now it's in Metal Gear Solid 5.
Okay.
I don't think anybody's ever played the Metal Gear Solid 3 version, though.
I was aware 3 had one, but wasn't it discontinued like really quickly?
Yeah, same with 4's.
Oh crap.
Senpai, you're pretty beat up. Are you alright? Don't be so reckless.
Why do they bother putting multiplayer in every game? Also, how egotistical does somebody have to be to name their studio Kojima Studio?
Well, it is Kojima.
I noticed. I don't know if it was the name or what that tipped me off. X7 believes in you.
I believe in me too. I'm just hoping my faith is well placed. Because this is kind of a little bit of a challenge right now.
No, it isn't. It's an easy game. Jesus Christ, man. Get good. So why is, like, one of the girls the hologram?
What do you mean? Oh, Rise? It's because she's communicating with him telepathically. Through her persona.
Is she, like, too lazy to get out of her house?
No, it's so she doesn't put herself in harm's way.
Seriously?
Seriously.
Poison.
That's dumb. So, does she just, like, look like an idiot back at her house? Is she just, like, swinging her arms around, and then her parents come home and they, like, have chicken wings? And she just, like, runs away from battle to stuff her face?
No, that's not what happens at all.
And then when her parents ask what she's doing, she says she's playing with her persona, and then the parents say that if that's what they call it nowadays, and then they walk away.
Exactly.
This is now my new headcanon.
She's not even at home.
Is she in the hospital?
She's in the Velvet Room. Well, the Suedo Velvet Room. It's not really a Velvet Room.
Is it like one of those cheap leather room knockoffs where it's like actually sheep skin or whatever, but they just comb it really fine?
Well,
What?
okay.
No, it's not okay. It's never okay. Who told you it was okay?
I'm trying to kill this guy as quickly as possible because he's about to like KO one of my party members.
And almost one person cared. We only have 4 viewers right now. How does that make you feel?
And the same as always.
I was honestly expecting that much, because it's Persona.
Dad, I'm about to drop.
You should just say Zelda U demo or something.
Zelda U demo, we're gonna show it to you live.
And then just always say, like, coming later in the night or whatever, because...
Just like troll everyone I can.
And then when it finally comes around, just showcase a video of the Zelda U demo and said you showed a Zelda U demo.
I swear, I think they gave new artwork for the Personas.
They did. It almost took 5 seconds. Why isn't there a Persona card game yet?
There is. It's
Seriously?
it's on the phone.
No, like an actual card game.
Oh, like, you know what? I don't know why.
Like, card games for PC and stuff really confuse me. They destroy the point of card games.
Right? Some are like friggin' amazing.
Ooh, a table! When are they gonna serve the food?
Just like how I feel bad for people who play Dungeons of Dragons online. Not the online version of it, like, not the MMORPG. Like the kind of people who purchase Tabletop Simulator legitimately just to play D&D campaigns.
What? Is this a thing?
Yeah. Tabletop Simulator is actually pretty cool from what I've seen.
Oh, thank God. No, 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 no. No, no,
baby.
no.
Don't cry. Don't cry. And they said, no, baby. No, baby. Don't cry.
Someone revive him! Oh no! Leah, hang in there! Sorry.
I'm so run down.
Oh, I got completely screwed over right there.
Welcome.
Fuck. I don't have enough to heal right now.
I will.
That sounds like a personal problem.
Well,
I definitely have enough now.
I will see you. Well, will that be acceptable?
Crap, man. They just like KO'd 2 of my party members after putting 4 out of 5 of them to sleep. Alright, let me see the Encyclopedia. Config, persona. Let me see. I gotta level up my party members. I might have to grind for a bit. I don't want to grind.